Hello viewers, welcome back to the MultiMagix channel. Hope everyone are having a great time watching our videos. It's time for the product development now. So for the last couple of months, we have been discussing about a lot of building blocks of the product development. The lot of building blocks in the software development, like audio series, what is an audio, what is the different concepts in the audio, what is a video, what are the different concepts in video, and in terms of full stack, what is merge stack, all those building blocks we have been covering, the basics of which are required, which are pretty much important for any software development. But today we'll be actually implementing those concepts. We'll be developing a feature called playback control. So where you can fasten the video, where you can slow down the video. So with this specific feature, we can do these kind of operations on an MP4 file. So let's start looking more details about this feature. So it will be an interesting feature actually. So before going back, so let's see on the net actually there are yeah, you can see here there are a lot of slow motion videos. You can see here how, have you ever wondered how these slow motion videos are captured? Of course, these are very high frames. That's why it's clearly captured. But we'll try to get some slow motion video like this. Also a fast motion video where you can fast forward the video regarding the twice like this. You can see here. You can hear the playback speed like 0.25, 0.5, 0.75. Like that we can control the speed of the playback speed of the video. So let's see what it is required to control the speed of a video. So before that, so let's revisit few basics again. Basics in the sense a concept which is needed now. So what is this presentation timestamp called PTS? So presentation timestamp stands for the PT stands for the presentation timestamp in the process of audio and video processing, and it is a part of the metadata associated with each frame and packet. So a video or an MP4 file as an audio frame and video frame. Okay, so there are number of frames in video and there are number of frames in audio also. So each frame is associated with the PTS, DTS. So PTS stands for presentation timestamp and DTS stands for the decoder timestamp. So when the decoding should start. So presentation timestamp is what at the time at which the frame should be displayed. This is not the local timestamp or the system timestamp. It's a timestamp reference which is maintained internally by the audio and video or streams or metadata. Okay, so that determines when to display that frame onto the screen. Okay, so now, so why we are discussing about this presentation timestamp is because if you can adjust the presentation timestamp, you can control the playback speed of the video. See, for example, the presentation timestamp is computed like this: presentation timestamp into factor. So, for example, if let's say I have 25 frames and I want to display it in 1 second, so which means like for every close to every 3 seconds I will be changing my frames. So that's how you maintain the present timestamp. So in other words, if you want to do in a slow motion, you want to ensure whatever frames in that 60 seconds should be displayed in 120 seconds. So it's like you need to increase the time, the duration of the frame on the screen. So that's how you slow the video. If you want to fast the video, you need to divide by a factor of 1. So in other words, if you want to fasten the video, you want to cut the if you want to fast the video, you need to cut down the presentation timestamp like 0.5 or 1/2, means like it will double. So it means like in less duration more frames should be shown. The opposite is if you want to show more frames in more frames in more time, you just want to just scale it proportionally. So that's how you need to play around this presentations time such that you can adjust the speed of a video, you can fasten it, you can slow it. So if it is times factor, so this is the so in the FFmpeg there is a command line option where you can see, you can give an input file and you can fasten the video twice. So if you want to fasten the video by twice, you simply divide it by the factor 1 by 2, which is 0.5. Now you can, which means like more frames will be displayed in the less time. Okay, so that's why it is like. But if you want to slow down the video, it is simply times the factor. So that's what it is. Factor is less than 1 if it speeds the video, and factor greater than 1 slows down. If it is greater than 1, it is simply like 1 means like normal video. 1.5 it slows down by factor 1.5. 2 it slows down the video by 2. So it's 0.25 star video. So using this configuration set, presentation timestamp is equal to this. Based upon this, we can control the speed of the video. So before jumping into the code, let's see the high level architecture for this particular feature. So we are using the video filter here. We are not using audio filter. That we will be showcasing in the next feature. So for now, we are just concentrating only on fastening the video or slow down the video without audio. Okay, so for that, you in the video series also we discussed, like if you have an MP4 file, these are the APIs of the FFmpeg, where you can read the frame, and inside while you are reading the frame continuously from the file, you can simply send that packet and then you can receive that frame. So after receiving that frame, you need to initialize, you need to call specific APIs, AV, buffer source, add frame. These are these APIs are part of the AV filter. So before calling these APIs, you need to initialize the FFmpeg input, output. So you have AV format, AV codec, AV stream. So you have to allocate memories for these pointers. So we have separate pointers for input and we have separate pointers for output. So we need to allocate memories for here, and since we are using a video filter here, so we need to initialize these structures also, AV filter graph and AV filter context. So both these things we need to initialize. So after initializing all the required things, we will start reading the frame or reading the file, and we got the raw frame here. Once we receive the raw frame, we will alter the presentation timestamp for that frame with the help of these two APIs. So how we alter is, you will just add the frame flags, and inside this frame flags we will be calling the AV filter context or AV filter graph context, where that will be having the set PTS configuration, and the altered frame you will be receiving it here. So once the altered frame is received, you can just simply send that frame back, and then it is compressed, and that compressed data is returned to the file. So this is the high level architecture and the set of APIs and initializations needed to convert or to control the video playback of any video. So now let's go into the coding section once now. So let me open. Okay. So this is my code. Okay. So let's go here. So this is our source code architecture for our product development, MultiMagix. And the right side we have this is the kind of features list we have. So we have conversion features. Inside conversion we have a lot of things, and we have playback speed, we have trim, resize, and now we are discussing about the playback. So now let's see. As I mentioned, I just need these particular things with respect to the filter, AV filter graph, and I'm adding these two particular things where I will be controlling the playback type and the speed. And these are my override functions, and these are my actual functions where I will be doing all the process. So let's jump into the actual code now. You see here, actually here we are initializing the filter graph. So for the filter graph, first I'm allocating the memory. Okay, so once the memory is allocated, I am setting all the context here. So okay, what is my video size, audio size, what are the time base. So I'm setting the context here, and I'm creating the filter, which means I'm allocating the memory buffer source. So so this is my source, and this is for syncing, I mean for the altered frame. So this is the so one graph, filter, buffer source, context, and we have one more filter, one more memory to read from the buffer actually. And these are the inputs and outputs. So in and out you mentioned. So as I mentioned in the PPT, so if it is fast, you need to use this factor, speed is equal to 1 by speed x. If it is slow, it's default time using the straight away speed value. And I'm reading from the argument and I'm converting this. This is the configuration. So this is the similar to the FFmpeg command line configuration. Set PTS is equal to PTS value and whatever. If it is 2 star PTS, it means we are slowing down the video by 2. If it is 0.5 PTS, we are fastening the video by 2. So like that, all the details will be entering here. And this is associated with this particular filter graph. Okay. So now we will be configuring. So now we have configured our filter graph in such a way it will change the presentation timestamps of a frame provided the factor you mentioned, so, which means the value speed x. So now let's see how to process. So now after reading each frame, see like this, it's a value as I mentioned AV read frame. So then it goes to transport video. Here we are telling AV codec receive frame. So after receiving the frame, you can see here I am adjusting the timestamp first because this is my input timestamp. And now you need to pass this frame to AV buffer source add frame flex. And the context I have is buffer source context, which is the AV graph filter context. So with this, it will tell that okay, I'm adjusting the frame by a factor of whatever you mentioned in the set PTS command. Okay, so all these things are associated within this buffer source context. So now you will be receiving the altered frame of the filtered frame, which is called filter underscore frame, and then you rescale it because it has a new timestamps now. So we need to just rescale it before to ensure we don't see any change in the timestamps. Or let's say if you have a 1 second video, now it will be showing as a 30 seconds video because if you are slowing it. But if you fasten it, it will, if you fasten it, but if you slow it, it will be showing 2 minutes. So this is how you rescale the PTS to ensure that you see that effect like you are fastening and slowing it. Yeah, so the next is you need to encode that frame. So now we have a raw frame, and that raw frame we have altered the timestamp for that raw frame, and then now we need to encode that frame now. So after encoding, we will write to the file. So it's a similar process. All we are additional things we are doing apart from typical transcoding things. We are just initializing these graph where we are telling how this filter graph should behave. So whether it need to faster or to slow down the video. So all those details we are incorporating. That the configuration is here, and once the configuration is ready, during the actual processing of the frame, we kickstart that process. Okay, we with the help of the configuration, we kickstart the process, and we receive the filtered graph, filtered image here, which is a video frame. And now this is how you actually capture raw frames and altered timestamps to bring that effect of fastening or slow the video. So now let's look at the demo now. So this is what interesting. So I already have few, let me delete those before running anything. Okay, here is my downloads. Okay. So first let's look at the original videos. So first I have these samples. So I have this fish.mp4 file. Okay, so this is the original video. Sorry, yeah. So where you can see here this the person is playing with the fish. So let's apply a slow motion filter to this. So let's go to the folder ready. So it will come in here. So now let's go here. So I want to slow down that particular video by factor 4. So now let's see what happens. You see here it says okay, this is the video codec. Did not find an audio stream because audio stream is not for the specific file, but there's a video, and we are simply the decoder is open and the graph initially success, and we are telling the PTS configuration is equal to set PTS is equal to 4 times PTS. So this is what it will be used by during the receiving the packet. And Now yeah, so that the process is done. So now let's go to this, refresh. Okay, there is a video, it's a slow motion video now. So now let's play here once. Wow. So you can see here now it's a very good slow motion video now. So you can see here that what it's, yeah, it's good actually, very nice. So if you want to slow down the video, you can do this. Now see here, yeah, you can clearly see how, I mean, the images very clearly if you want to see what's happening actually. So this is very good actually. So in movies also we will use this slow motion effects where if you want to enhance the scene or if you want to do any kind of things, this is good actually. So now let's see what happens if you want to fast any video. So I will take different sample file. So we have a, this time let's go back to a movie. This is an Iron Man trailer. So you know here, yeah. So this has both audio and video, but for now we are only extracting the audio frames. We are not focused on the video frames. So this is how it looks like. This is coming. It's an action movie. So now let's apply. Let's apply to this. So after applying, so yeah. So I want to fasten the video by twice. So I click enter. So now see here I'm ignoring all the non-video packets. Like audio packets I'm ignoring here, so that's the reason you are seeing this logs. Since this video is of bit more length, this particular sample video, it will take some time but not that fast. Yeah, you can see, but earlier slow motion video might definitely keep you interest. So it's, see, all the beauty is all these features are part of this MultiMagix product and all are native features, uh, and all are native features. So you can just, you don't need any kind of internet or all those things. You can just simply, if you have a desktop and if you have any recorded video, you can simply just load it and then yeah. So it's now let's see what happened to this fasten video. So it will be under the downloads folder. Yeah, let me play this once. Okay, yeah, so you can see the video is in the fast mode. So the speed of the video is increased by twice, and you can see here, yeah. So this is where you can control any video. You can fasten the video, you can slow down the video using the set PTS configuration. Yeah, and next, in the next session we'll be covering the audio part also, how to sync the audio when you are fastening or slow down the video. So until then, keep watching our videos. Take care. Bye bye.